I feel like I watched a completely different movie than a lot of you people. This movie is a spy action comedy, and people need to realize that it's not supposed to be taken seriously, and it's a parody on the spy genre. So it's gonna go overboard on all those tropes and cliches from all those films. Argylle is the newest Matthew Vaughn movie following an author who writes best-selling spy thriller books. But oddly enough, her books suspiciously mirror a real-life spy agency and events going on. Her life turns upside down when she meets Agent Aiden, who tells her that her life is in danger while she is being chased by a bunch of other agents who are out to get her. The lines between reality and fiction blur as she tries to figure out what's really going on. If you are a fan of Matthew Vaughn movies, then I think you're really going to enjoy this one. It has the same flair, style, and tone as all of his other movies. I really like the color palette in this, and there are some scenes where the color really pops and I loved it. The cinematography in his films are always good, and this one is no different. I liked how the movie would flip back and forth from seeing Henry Cavill's character as Argylle and then Sam Rockwell's character as Aiden. Especially during the early fight scenes, those were bonkers. Speaking of, this movie had some really good action, and I counted about 7 action scenes altogether. They were tons of fun, really well choreographed, and there was a good sense of humor throughout most of them. Some of the action scenes were super over the top, but honestly, that's what I loved about it. It's supposed to be like that, like a fantasy, and it was great to see. There was definitely 2 standout fight scenes in this movie. One was the hallway scene where they're fighting through the smoke. Not only was this scene making me laugh a lot, but I loved the use of color and movement in this. The second one was the fight in the oil. This one was just silly, over the top, and just a ton of fun. I don't think you'll be disappointed in the action if this is the kind of style that you like. Just like every spy movie, this movie has twists and turns, and this movie has a lot of them. I know a lot of people, for whatever reason, were complaining about how many twists there were in, but I honestly liked it, and that was kind of the whole point. It was the trope of spy movies have twists, and we're gonna throw a ton at you. Some of the twists I knew were gonna happen, but honestly, some of them caught me by surprise. The movie drew me in with its interesting plot and kept me interested throughout the whole runtime. The story never drags, and I never felt bored at all during this. The acting performances from Bryce and Sam were really good in this, and they acted off each other really well. There were a few jarring editing spots when they would jump back and forth between the reality and the fictional characters. I do think the movie could have been a little bit more violent, but I know it's because it's PG-13, but I think it would have been a little bit better if it was rated R. I really don't understand why this movie is getting so much hate, but I really enjoyed it. This is why I give Argylle an 8 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.